If you've ever trusted someone with your heart, your secrets, your whole life, only to find out they were lying to your face, this story is for you. What if the two people closest to you, the ones you'd never suspect, were betraying you together? My name is Claire, and what I discovered shattered my world. But it also made me stronger than I ever imagined. Watch till the end, because the final twist will leave you breathless. And if you've ever been betrayed, share your story in the comments below. You are not alone. Vanessa was the center of every room. She always had that spark. People noticed her, wanted her. I used to admire it. Growing up, she was the one who taught me how to curl my hair, how to flirt, how to trust people. She once told me, "Claire, if you ever fall in love, make sure he loves you like you're the only one." The irony? She would become the reason my love story fell apart. I met Mark at a bookstore. Hey, I know. He offered to buy me coffee. I said yes, and just like that, I thought I'd met my forever. He was everything Vanessa wasn't. Quiet, thoughtful, deeply grounded. He made me feel safe. I introduced him to my family, and Vanessa hugged him like she'd known him forever. I didn't think anything of it. Why would I? Marriage wasn't perfect, but it was ours. We laughed over late-night snacks, planned vacations, argued over laundry. Vanessa became a regular visitor after her own messy breakup. She said being around us gave her hope and love again. And I believed her. Because that's what you do with people you love. There were signs, quiet, creeping shadows. I'd catch Vanessa smiling a little too long at Mark's jokes, or hear them whispering in the kitchen while I was upstairs. I told myself I was being paranoid. That love doesn't turn into suspicion unless you let it. But denial is the most dangerous comfort. One evening, Mark left his phone charging in the living room. A text flashed on the screen. "Thinking about last night. Can't stop smiling." It wasn't saved under Vanessa's name, just a random initial. But my gut screamed the truth. I clicked. My hands trembled. And there was message after message. Flirty, intimate, obvious. The last few even had voice notes. It felt like the floor dropped from under me. I played one voice note. "Babe, I can't stop thinking about you. I know it's wrong, but it feels so right. She'll never know, right?" It was Vanessa, my sister. I felt numb. Numb and burning. I didn't confront them immediately. I watched. Observed. They were so casual about it. Laughing in the kitchen. Sharing jokes. Sitting too close on the couch when they thought I wasn't looking. I hated myself for still trying to pretend everything was normal. One night, I left early from work and came home unannounced. The house was silent but not empty. Upstairs, the door to the guest room creaked open just enough for me to see Mark's shirt on the floor. Vanessa's voice giggling. I didn't need to see more. The confrontation was hell. Mark stuttered. Vanessa cried. I screamed until my throat gave out. She said, "It just happened, Claire. I didn't plan it." "You didn't trip and fall into my husband, Vanessa." Mark had the audacity to say, "We didn't mean to hurt you." But betrayal isn't an accident. It's a choice. 1,000 small decisions that say, "You don't matter," until you finally believe it. I packed my things. Moved in with a friend. Cried until I couldn't cry anymore. Then I cried some more. The texts didn't stop. Vanessa begging for forgiveness. Mark saying it was over between them. I didn't respond. Because I needed silence. I needed space to remember who I was before they broke me. 3 months later, I got a message from Vanessa. "I'm pregnant. It's Mark's. I thought you should know." I stared at the message for hours. No rage. No sadness. Just emptiness. It was the final thread. The last shred of anything I had with either of them. I blocked her number. Healing wasn't instant. It was in the little things. Making my own breakfast. Reading in silence. Laughing again. Therapy helped. Journaling helped. Even heartbreak, when faced with honesty, becomes a strange kind of freedom. And in that freedom I rebuilt. I got a new job. Started a book club. met people who didn't know me as the woman betrayed, but as Claire, strong and smiling again. About a year later, I bumped into Mark. He looked older, more tired. He tried to talk. I said, "There's nothing left to say." He nodded. His eyes held regret, but not the kind that changes things. And then I walked away. Because betrayal doesn't have to define you. Because family isn't always loyal. And because sometimes, the deepest pain is what leads us to our greatest strength. Vanessa and Mark thought they could hide forever. But secrets have a way of rotting from the inside out. And eventually they spill. Have you ever been betrayed by someone you trusted the most? Share your story in the comments. Let's create a space where we can heal together. Like this video if it moved you, and subscribe to Veiled Desires for more real, raw, and powerful true stories every week. Because in a world full of lies, your truth deserves to be heard.